3, 2.
And 1.
Hey there, welcome into, that was a weird hey there. Hey there. TexAgs Rewind presented by Yeti. I'm David Nuño, he's Billy Liucci. We didn't have that much time today, so I wanted to bring you onto the Rewind and do a whole hour. No, I'm kidding.
Can I interest you
in a Walter Nolan update? And a coaching search update. Whatever you want to give me.
Well, we did the coaching. I think you're going to see some. You've already seen Sean Spencer come in as the D-line coach. I think you'll see. I think this week we will hear of other hires going down. We're to Tuesday, so we're talking about in a matter of days here. Certainly by the weekend. Signing day coming up. That's obviously imperative. Elko's been hard at work, not only making the rounds around the state recruiting, but also I've had people go, how can you do both? Well, I didn't. It's 2023, so almost 24. There might even be a new one out now. I got that like a year ago. I think it is. The 15's already out. It's probably like 4 iteration, but he can use the phone. He'll be able to communicate and is doing just that. So in terms of the coaching hires, I think you'll start to see some real shakeout this week. And I think in terms of anybody that's coming over from Duke, and we've had our suspicions on multiple positions that we've talked about. I've mentioned at least 3. I think you'd see that, kind of maybe right after signing day.
Okay.
Before probably in another 2 weeks.
All right. Well, we talked some, but oh my gosh, I can't speak English today. We talked a little bit about that.
You're having a problem with it. That's what that guy says.
Yeah, he got in my head.
He hadn't come in here though. He didn't come in here though, has he?
No, he's scared.
Okay.
Trae Tha Truth. Did you listen to that?
Trae Tha Truth ain't scared.
No, he's not scared of anyone. Just ask certain people. He ain't scared. Did you hear that?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, listen to that.
How'd you do?
I was great, Billy.
Of course
I did some of my best work. How about
I
that?
look forward to hearing it.
I'm glad you feel that way. We had Jace Sternberger on the show. He was great.
Jace is always great.
He's always good. He's coming for my job, and I'm okay with it.
And we'll bring him a co-host.
Yeah. OB was in here. He was okay.
He's up and down. He has some days though. He has some days.
He has some days, and we also had this guy Billy Liucci in studio.
He has some days too.
Yeah, he was early. No, not today.
That was a couple minutes late. They called like 4 times. It was 10:35.
They called twice.
From 10:35 to 10:36, they called 3 times.
No, twice. I was watching the phone.
I see it. It's on my phone.
Okay, show me. Let's see how true this is. I want to see. Twice. It says twice. It's the Rewind.
And finally, number 1, no surprise, the 1K man, Mike Evans, 10 consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards or more to start his NFL career. Only Jerry Rice has more in a row with 11 and more total with 14.
And there's the thought that this could be his last season in Tampa.
Yeah.
That, I guess he's a free agent.
He may go to Kansas City.
Go somewhere with a good quarterback. Imagine what
Cowboys.
he might do. He would be great with the Cowboys. He's exactly what they need to supplement their offense.
I think he'd be great with the Texans.
Anybody with a really good quarterback.
Yeah, he'd be great. He would be awesome. Hey, and I think you had somebody you wanted to throw in there. Is that right, Luke?
Yeah, I wanted to do a little Aggies on my fantasy football team because I know everybody cares about that. I actually had Devon Achane and Mike Evans on my team, and they outscored the other 7 players on my team. And that's because Devon Achane had 100 total yards, over 100 total yards, 73 receiving and 73 rushing and 30 receiving. And he also added 2 touchdowns in his first game back from injury.
When he's on the field, man, he produces.
Would he be a first-round pick if they redid the draft today?
Probably. Remember, I was always saying, you should take that guy. It's the kind of guy that you say, wow, Tyreek Hill, would you take him with a first-round pick now? Well, yeah. But at the very least, he should have been a second-round pick. I was confounded with my beloved Cowboys for not taking him.
And I still don't understand. I do. Let me rephrase this. I do understand, but I don't. Which game was it that he was cooking, but they kept on giving the ball to Spiller? Was it the LSU game?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss game they lost. Yeah. They kept going with Spiller, and he had he got stopped for a safety because he kind of danced in the end zone a little bit. And then in the second half, they were going with Achane, and he had a huge second half. But I think you're talking about LSU there at the end.
Let's talk Mike Elko, because you were very outspoken. You're excited about the hire. Tell me the why.
I'm always gonna be positive. Anything A&M, I'm always gonna find the good in it. But personally, playing with Coach Elko, and like I said, it was my first year, my only year here, and it was his first year here. And so, being on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball, we didn't talk to each other every day, but it was when we had the mutual respect for each other, where we give each other a head nod or always telling each other good job behind the scenes. But that was just someone I genuinely just watched from afar, and so I really have no bias, and I just watched him produce every day. And then it'd be games where offenses were struggling, and we always had that confidence that, hey, the defense is going to keep us in this. Coach Elko is going to keep us in this, especially at halftime where we can get our stuff together. We know that the defense is going to come out second half and shut stuff down. And like I said, I was his biggest fan when he went to Duke. I told all my buddies, I'm like, watch, he's going to get that Duke program turned around. No offense to the ACC, but I'm like, his style of play is going to be dominating for that. And I mean, if Riley Leonard doesn't get hurt, who knows how far they go this year. And so, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Coach Elko, and kind of what Johnny was said, about that intimidation factor. And I think this is what the program needs. It's not your big flashy hire, but it's someone that the kids love, and the fans, they can be upset, they can whatever. But at the end of the day, we need our players happy more than anybody, because they're the ones who have to go out and do the stuff, right? So if we got a locker room of 100 kids who are ready to run through a brick wall, then I think the fans will, okay, yeah, we like this Elko guy.
Well, Jason, I also think, and tell me what you think about this, depending on what happens over the next couple of weeks, this could be a very quick turnaround.
Absolutely. The talent's there. I think we're one of the most talented teams, young teams, especially going to be in the SEC next year. Like I said, I really do feel like it's all about the fit. And I don't want to get my hopes, but I really just feel like Coach Elko might be that right fit.
I know you're a big sports guy. Are you a big college basketball guy?
Yeah. Well, I'm just supportive of all sports, but yeah, definitely love that. For sure.
Yeah. How'd you get involved with this showcase?
With my team, Patty Smith, she had came with me with this idea of the team. She was telling me about the showcase that was coming from her log out. She was like, what do you think about performing? And then she also know I like to always find ways to give back to the community. So we did it where we ended up giving them a discount and different things like that, just to get everybody involved, as far as just come and support the teams, because it's kind of something real big. So we just pushing it, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. Again, if you want a promo code to get $5 off those tickets, Truth5 when you buy those tickets. Club seats and lower bowl seats are already sold out. Do you make it to a lot of U of H games? I know you go to Rockets and Astros and Texans. Do you make it to U of H games?
Basketball, I didn't. I know during the football season, we did a couple of things behind the scenes, and even during my holiday trade day, we do a lot of stuff with U of H. But definitely want to be supportive for sure right now. And then my album just came out. My album, the deluxe version, comes out one day before the game. So, it'll be my first actual performance and appearance since the new album comes out.
I think it had been a couple years since your last album too, right? And then before that was maybe 2017?
Yeah, it'd be long spurts, but it'd be like that because every time I get ready to put out music, something happening across the world, whether it be a disaster, a family in need or something like that. So I always tend to put the music to the back burner.
Trey Moore at a UTSA go in. So he's from Smithson Valley, former high school teammate of Colton Thomason, and he's the AAC Defensive Player of the Year. 17 and a half tackles for loss and 14 sacks last year as a DN. I mean, again, like, I know everybody, and then Andrew Makuba, safety out of Austin LBJ, who loved A&M coming out of high school, started pretty much all of 3 years at Clemson. He was the first true freshman to start at Clemson in the secondary game one since like 1973. He went in. I mean, these are guys that you wish, I'll be dead honest with you. These are guys you wish Texas didn't have the momentum they have right now. With you going through a coaching change,
yeah,
your in-state rival in the playoff right now. But these guys are guys that I think A&M could, and you look at the position, should target And that's just in the last hour.
In the last hour, yeah.
You know, so and the point, it's amazing, you know, to watch and see how many name guys are going in. I'm telling you, if you're really good at this thing, you can field a damn good team day one. What A&M, I think, needs to be careful of, and Mike Elko, is you don't want such a new team that your first month of the season you're not very good.
Right.
You don't want to be that team like, hey, if it can come together later in the year, they could be. So you've got more than enough talent on campus to win right away to whatever level. I'm not saying go win the SEC year one, but you've got more than enough talent on campus to say we can go take the field with anybody if they're coached up right. And you've got good schemes on offense and defense, and you've got, you know, a good mindset, good culture. One thing I was talking about with somebody the other day, and this is something I'll be fascinated to see with Elko and the training staff, the strength and conditioning. How do they manage that whole season? Because you talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people that came into this program later that had been elsewhere, they were surprised at how hard they were worked. And
Billy Liucci, David Nuño. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.